Aloha and welcome. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal, day trading for ROI payout. No trade recommendations. It's just my trade journal. Shout out to new and existing subscribers. Big mahalo. And I want to welcome any new subscribers that are considering. Thank you so much for doing that. So we'll cover price action, order flow levels for Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. And of course, we've got Powell, and now he addresses the House at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Meanwhile, I'm going to cover 4 charts, price action, order flow levels that are influencing my Wednesday trade plan and market thesis. Let's get to it. 24-hour chart. Here we are. This is the 8th, and we're on Wednesday Globex with this green doji candle right here. This yellow rectangle is the day open gap. And above it here, we've got a still forming fair value gap. And I'm looking at that being formed with the low end of this box at 86.5, and the high end is 93.6. And for me, the most important price right here is 1898.1. That's the 2023 anchored VWAP. If we close below, this will be one of the first days below since the whole year started. Every day we've managed to have the candle hit this price, so it's going to be very interesting if we can do that today. So we'll see. The other thing that I'm looking at is these 2 red lines with relative lows. So this was yesterday the 7th, this candle 3-2, you can see exactly at the lows, and then this was February 24th. So below these, we have sell side liquidity, not ruling out that we visit down here. So that's a possibility too. So these are the levels, and that's it for the 24. Let's go to the 60. 60-minute. So I'm looking at the current fair value gap here. You can see this came from the 9 o'clock previous day's RTH. So translated, that's 2 hours before the RTH close, New York time. And this fair value gap is 1884.7 on the high, and the low is 81.4. Notice how the bodies of these 60-minute candles are respecting the high of this gap. Above it, we've got a pivot, and then the next fair value gap comes in at 93.2 and 95.7. So again, we're on Powell day 2. So that's real important to note. We've got another volatility event with him opening his mouth. So we'll see. But again, I'm just looking at these 2 areas below this, 68.1 and 85.5. 1855.5. These are my 2 levels below. If we can get there and we've got legs, this would be sell side liquidity from this low that I mentioned on the 24-hour, which is coming in at 76.1. So this is absolutely a reality that this could happen here. So I'm keeping an open mind with lots of dry powder for the 8:30 pivot 1 hour before RTH open. We'll see where we're at. Next chart. So this will be the core chart I watch on the 15-minute here. So I'm looking at this new day open gap, March 8th. You can see we really consolidated in the Asia Globex session. And then when Europe opened, right on this candle, you can see we got up into this fair value gap above. That comes in 84.7 and a high of 88. You can see price did encroach on the middle of this 86.6, and then we retreated right now currently with a pullback, and the day 1 volume weighted average price comes in at 82.2. So that's a zone for any pullbacks, and we do have an algo pullback here. Buy. So again, previous low of yesterday's session, 76.2 right here. That's the S1. And we've got to go a lot lower to hit these other levels. Again, 68 and then lower below. But right now, I'm just focused on what the next trade's going to be in the setup and watching the levels let's go to the last chart and close it out with the Renko. Okay, the Renko. This quadrant right here is Asia Globex. You can see we really stayed consolidated, and the red line here on the Keltner stayed right around there, and then we turned green once this zone hit. This was Europe, and we turned green on the blocks. The Hama's green also. We came down, touched the red, got into this fair value gap I pointed out in the 15-minute, and currently this is where we are. Notice these red dots though, these are the bids pushing down, but so far so good with the price staying above the day one VWAP. The key is, can we go above this block and to the pivot? 1889 is the pivot above, and the top blue is 1890, and the lower blue is 1871.7. So these are the zones on the Renko. This will be the other key that I watch. So again, gonna watch it, keep light on the Powell pivot, and that is coming in 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then once he starts talking, I want to see what the volatility is and look for the setup. That's all I've got. Take care. Make sure risk management #1, and don't forget your journal. Take care. Aloha. Bye.